wasn't yours. I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back to who I was before. I like me better, I like me better.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. First of all, I'm going to ignore this, okay? But I did not have the collapse of Missguided on my 2022 bingo board. If you guys want to know what is going on to the best of my abilities, let's go. So, there I was, minding my business, posted a cute little picture on Instagram yesterday, and I happened to be wearing an item from Missguided, so I tagged it as Missguided, and someone in my comments commented, do you know what's going on with Missguided? So I was like, no, I do not know what's going on with Missguided. Please let me know. Before she could answer, I went to go do my own research, because this is how I be finding out about this stuff from y'all, letting me know that these companies are having their collapses, their downfalls, and whatnot. So for some reason, I went to Twitter first, and I typed in Missguided, and I saw people talking about, so Missguided, you gonna get my money? What's going on with my package, Missguided? I sent you my stuff last month. I still have no refund. So I'm like, what is going on? So then I go to Google, and I start looking, and y'all, pretty much this is the downfall of Missguided. They have collapsed into administration. If you don't know what that means, basically when a brand becomes insolvent, or to define insolvent, that's even how you pronounce it. Basically, it is when a brand can no longer pay their debts. They go into administration, which are people who are then put in place to get the brand out of the situation that they are now in. And yes, Missguided is in a lot of debt right now. Basically, their suppliers, their deliverers got together, gave them a wind up petition. Is that what it's called? A winding up petition, basically demanding their money, because Missguided has not paid them their money. And when I say they owe them money, I mean they owe them millions of dollars when it comes to money. Like they owe, so basically the suppliers that give them the clothing, all that stuff, the deliverers who are delivering this stuff, they have not paid these people, and they have now come to a point of having so much debt that they had to go into administration. I did not see that coming whatsoever. I want to say the last time I purchased anything from Missguided was earlier this year, so it's pretty recent. You see them amongst all the other fast fashion, which funny, because I feel like a lot of people kind of put Missguided closer to Zara than they would, like Shein, right? Because there are tiers when it comes to fast fashion, so I feel like it was looked at, especially for the UK. Something else I also did not know is that the show Love Island is what put Missguided on. I did not know that, but that's what is being reported, that's what put Missguided on. So you're learning a whole bunch of new stuff. Now, they did know they were in trouble. They were trying to sell Missguided, but they failed at securing a last minute buyer, which is what caused them to go into administration. Boohoo was actually in talks of purchasing Missguided, and of course, they own Boohoo, Pretty Little Thing, Nasty Gal, and Miss Pap. And I feel like that would have been a good place for Missguided, because those brands, if you've shopped them, they all pretty much carry the same stuff. The websites pretty much look the same. They have the same sales. They operate the same way. So I feel like that would have made sense for Boohoo to purchase it, but that sale did not go through. And ASOS was also trying to purchase Missguided, but again, that did not happen, which is how we got here. So how do they choose to handle that, you say? This is why customers are pissed. They decided to handle that by basically disabling their website and turning off comments on social media. So if you tried to, pull up the Missguided site, I believe, at least the UK one, I don't even know if I see the US one, but the UK one just gives you like a, hey babes, sorry, the site's not up right now, check back later, we'll get back to you later, that type of message. And for some people, they were saying it didn't even show up when they were trying to access the website. And then if you go on their social media, on Instagram, the comments are turned off. Probably deleting comments as well, because definitely more people would be talking about this. So yeah, that is pretty much how they have decided to handle it. Now, I did see some people, some customers who said that they got a response from Missguided that said, don't worry, you're still going to receive your package. It's just delayed in coming to you. But last Thursday, their warehouse shut down, and an insider told BBC that staff members were told that they're actually not processing orders, and that any orders taken in should be canceled and refunded. that is another way customers are pissed off, because like, okay, if I'm not going to receive what I already purchased from you before all of this stuff happened, give me my money back. They're not getting refunds for the orders that they put in, even though the money has been taken out of them. And some customers are saying that they were able to refund stuff they already had, but they haven't received the money for the refunds. Like, the money has not come back to them since sending the stuff back to the company. So that is why people are highly upset online. So I found all of that out yesterday, and between yesterday and me sitting down to film this video right now, of course, went back, did some more research. I found out that they did now get someone to purchase them. So Missguided has been purchased by Sports Direct owner Fraser's Group. I think they're, I guess, like an athletic type thing. And it says for the next 8 weeks, administrators, so the administration that it collapsed into, Teneo, will run Missguided before its new owner takes over. Oh, and 87 staff members have been made redundant, and 147 are expected to move over to Fraser's. So you got some pissed off suppliers, some pissed off deliverers, pissed off business people, right? Now you got pissed off employees, because like over 80 of them have been made redundant. 147 of them got to move over to something completely different. Now I'm kind of trying to figure out, like, how much do the employees know, especially if a staff member said that they were told that they're no longer processing orders, even though they told the public or some specific people that they'd be receiving their orders. I want to know how many of them actually know what was going on as far as how the business was being run. And of course, you've got pissed off customers, because where is my money? Where's my item? You gotta run me one or the other. Pick a struggle. So a couple reasons have been given on how they got to this collapse. And I feel like a lot of it is leaning towards like, oh, you know, COVID caused this and it caused that. But I saw they've been having issues even before that. And retail in general has been having issues. You know, you have competitors, fast fashion, there's Shein, there's Pretty Little Thing, there's Fashion Nova, there's Zara, there's H&M, right? So you've got competitors. You have, mind you, they actually, which was weird that some were trying to make it a COVID thing, is that people said, if anything, it was doing better for Missguided during the whole lockdown, quarantine and whatnot, because people couldn't go in store to buy clothing, and it actually got worse for them after in-store shopping was back up and running. Like, that's actually, so, you know, using COVID is a interesting reason there. But some other journalists were letting them have it. Like, you look at the titles of the articles, they're like, their careless way of running the business, their unorganized way, the way that they just dropped the ball, like basically letting it know there should be some accountability here from, you know, whoever was running the brand on why the brand is where it's at right now. So with all of that in mind, where do they go from here? I'm letting y'all know right now, it's gonna be a long road. It's gonna be a long road for Missguided to make a comeback, if it's even possible for them to make a comeback. Because like I said, you know, out of the fast fashion girls out there, at least from conversation people had, it was a pretty, you know, like popular one. If you had to say like Missguided, Fashion Nova, for people who shop at both, they'd be like, oh, well, you know, Missguided, it's just a little something, you know, Fashion Nova. I already did that video. Y'all know everyone talks about Fashion Nova, it's just BBL bodies and whatnot. Now, it's gonna be hard for you because, well, one, you have to get out of the debt that you're in. They're in a lot of debt. They're in a lot of debt. So you gotta get out of all that debt. You've gotta, you know, pretty much like rebrand, get all these people accustomed to this new owner and how the new way it's going to run. And then you gotta get customers to actually, like, you know, mess with you again, because the main thing comes down to how they handled this situation right now. Because this is not my first video like this where, you know, I've talked about a brand, it filed for this, it might have been going under there, and then some other brand swoops in and saves the day, and you're probably going to continue shopping from them, right? Like BH Cosmetics, bought by Makeup Revolution. You just call that bad business. You know, you had a down period for your company, but you might like BH Cosmetics. You might have favorites that you want to continue buying from them. So even though they've been purchased by someone else, you're like, oh, I'll follow you over there, right? But here, because of how you've handled it, as far as like returning customers go, well, first we need to see what's going to happen moving forward. How are these people going to get their money back? And if they do, and they're returning customers, it's left a bad taste in their mouth because of how you chose to handle the situation. So it could just be give my money back and I'll go to Zara, I'll go to Shein, I'll go to a place where I don't have to worry about this, just because it's left a bad taste in your mouth, right? For potential new customers who know about this, it's oh, I've seen how you've moved and I don't think I don't want to trust it. Even though like it's been purchased by someone else and they're gonna create a new way of running the company, right? And I mean, thankfully for the brand, they'll be the people who never know about the situation. So to them, they probably won't know there's a new owner. They won't know any of that. Because you guys would be surprised. Like think Lime Crime and KVD Beauty, you know, the brand that have had scandals and not just, you know, it was just a bad business practice. Years go by, you know, like to this day, I'll do a video or something like that and it's like, are we really promoting Kat Von D? Like people do not know that they're not associated with Kat Von D Beauty anymore. And people, once you leave that bad taste in their mouth, they're not going to go back to find out. It is what it is. I write it off. I'm good because I don't have to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have to give you a second chance. I don't have to, you know, see how this is going to go because there are plenty of other brands out there that they can go check out, right? So for those potential buyers who are now turned off or reoccurring buyers who are now turned off, there's a chance that a lot of them will not know how it's going to go moving forward. So yeah, you might have lost out on those people. But for the people who might still want to give you a chance, who know about this, how do you fix that? Accountability, taking some accountability, especially since it's come out now, that it's come out, articles are being written about it, so it's possible for people to find out now the time that you gotta take accountability and face it from the front, you know, like head on, this is what we're going through. Like, you know, when brands like Bite Beauty put up a statement about Bite Beauty, did BH put up a statement? Did they? I don't know, but Becca put up a statement, like that's the, hey, this is what's going on. We know people are saying things. This is what we plan to do. Now, will they possibly do that? They could. Now that they're under, you know, new ownership, they could do that. It might be a little too late for some people. Turning off the comments, like, come on. You know, where else are people supposed to go to let you know there's a problem? There's no website, so they can't contact you that way. You turn off your comments, so they can't contact you that way. Like, where are people supposed to air that out? Now, one of the reasons probably turned off the comments is because a brand doesn't want people who don't know about it to see that. You know, they don't want you to read the comments under the post and like, what? This is going on? So facing it head on and being upfront, being transparent about it, that's going to help them in the long run. And really time is going to help them. You can even say like, oh, you know, just rely on influencer marketing. Like influencers, celebrities, they're not going to get you out of this. I mean, if they could, they probably would have gotten you out of this before we got to this point, right? Like I'm saying, like relying solely on influencer marketing. That's not going to be enough, especially because now, since it is a brand that's had this type of scandal, influencers are going to think twice when it comes to promoting you, because influencers don't want the backlash of promoting you because of how you chose to address the situation, right? So even influencer marketing is going to be a little hard for you moving forward. When a brand has had that type of, you know, issues, scandals where you've pissed off customers like that, influencers, they dip their toe in when it comes to working with you again, because they don't want to be the person that someone comes to, I can't believe you're doing this, and the brand did this, and the brand did that. At least, like, you know, if you're an influencer who cares about like morality, you know, and isn't just going to, but that's not the point of this video. Y'all get the point. So yeah, it's accountability, fixing all the issues that they've got going on right now, getting people their money or the orders if you're going to do that, and time to just show people that you've changed, time to show people that they can trust the company again, building that relationship again. That's going to be what gets them out of this, if anything does get them out of this. Because, you know, Nasty Gal had their moment where they were like, you know, we're closing down, and they were bought again. Now, would I say Nasty Gal is as popular as a Fashion Nova or Pretty Little Thing? No. But you know, it's a fast fashion that's maintaining. I would have said Missguided was a pretty popular fast fashion brand. So do I think they'll have a comeback to being popular fast fashion brand? I think they might be a new like Nasty Gal type of popular fast fashion brand, if you get what I'm saying there. But yeah, that is it for this video. Flabbergasted is, I guess, the best thing I could say. Again, did not see that coming. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think, what you think about how they chose to handle this, about this happening at all, where you think this is going to go. Let me know all of that down below. Make sure 2 thumbs up, comment, subscribe, turn notification bells down below. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.